Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today, we are playing King's Quest II once again, and we're going to begin our quest to seek for the third gem. Now, this journey is going to take us into the swamps. You remember those swamps that killed us as soon as we touched the water? Yeah, that's where we gotta go. But first, we're going to have to get some protection. So in today's episode, we're going to begin the preparations that we're going to need in order to retrieve our third gem. So without further ado, let's hop into the game and see what we can find out. Now, I think first thing we're going to do is go to town. So let's head to the town. Because we got to go to the library first, right? Wait. Why are the gates closed? We can't get in.
The gates are locked tight.
Can we
the
climb
walls
the
are
fence?
there to protect the citizens from the dangers of the forest. They would not be easy to climb.
Well, this isn't good.
There's nothing in the haystack. You don't need any hay, and the occupant probably does not wish to be disturbed.
How? Okay. So we can't go to town to check out the library. This is not good. Alright, so where are we going to go? An occupant in the hay? Yeah, I don't even know what it was. Alright, let's head over this way, I think. And see... Where was that church at? I swear I thought it was through the town, but maybe not. Maybe this is... Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. Alright. Let's go ahead and save it, because, you know. Third gem. I see
Trees
those eyes.
seemingly form a wall here, barring your passage to the north.
The bell
The
is
church
singing.
bell is tolling.
This doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm probably going to die here.
Finding the door unlocked and unbarred, you enter the church.
It's going to be a church of vampires. I bet. I mean, what is this?
The monk is in deep prayer and does not respond to your words. The monk is dressed in a simple ankle-length robe. A belt of thick leather is tied around his ample waist. He wears worn sandals.
What is this? Some kind of book?
You notice a Bible on the end of a pew.
Okay. Can we take it?
You look over the Bible, which appears to be many decades old. You open it and find that an otherwise blank page at the front has been written on. It is dated over 20 years ago.
To all those who have heard the word, we are the chosen few, blessed by the spirits of the wild, destined for greatness, concealed by the cloth. There is but one challenge we must overcome before our future can be set in stone. The simple people of Kolyma cling still to the memory of their former ruler. Even now, years after his fate's dark turn, they retain their hope that he will not forsake them. As long as this is so, our goal cannot be attained. So, my brothers, it is our duty to see the land cleansed of its blight. Do not fear our enemy. Our faith, purpose, and power will guide us to the future we were promised. A path has been found to him, O brothers. Let him hear the warning howls. The cloth will be lifted for all time, and our songs will echo to the end of him, his influence, and his family. Our time is at hand.
You return
Okay.
the Bible to where you found it. You also notice that a page from the Bible has fallen onto the floor.
Okay, let's check that out. What is that going to
You
say?
pick up the fallen page and read it. The words appear to have been written recently. Spiders earnest with spindly eight spin webs with negligible weight.
Okay. Let's look at that.
You read the Bible page again. Spiders earnest with spindly eight spin webs with negligible weight.
They're all capitalized. It makes me wonder if there's something about that.
The symbol of the faith is displayed prominently in the church.
Okay, we got some What is... I want to know
A
what this
hideous
is.
statue of a grinning fiend forms an archway leading to the church's outdoor cemetery.
Okay, we got some candles.
Candles burn solemnly in the dead of night.
Okay. What is
The
that?
collection box caters to those with money or valuables to show their support for the church.
Okay. What if we... Is this going to say don't steal from here?
This collection box is for money and valuables. Its contents are to be removed only by the monks.
Of course, of course. What if we try and, like, take
It
the
would
monk's
not
belt?
be prudent to touch a man of the cloth without his consent.
Okay, fine. Can we walk this way? We can. Okay. We're in a
You've never
gravestone.
been terribly fond of gargoyles, and this one isn't likely to sway your opinion.
Let's save it. I don't know what to expect here. Let's read the tombstones.
Lester Williamson, 1300 to 1345. Here lies a man who feared all bugs, too scared to even lift his rugs. For if he had, he would have found insects that make little sound, with bites so deadly for their size that surely did cause his demise. Rarlap Niven, 985 to 1015. The jester joked his life away until a quip he made one day. Insulted was a baron's son who had this poor old jester hung.
Okay.
Rebecca Twintle, 1250 to 1273. In that usual daring way of hers, she threw caution to the wind. Late one eve she risked a venture and went out to sea with him. Totally in love she was, so filled with careless whim, that when he threw her overboard, she never thought to swim.
Okay.
Gulash Thompson, 1370 to 1441. Never in all his living years had he ever seen such sights. For hours did he stare at them, those beautiful, dazzling lights. So happy was he that he had been able to live to see this night. But down a cliff he blindly fell, for the lights had been too bright.
Okay. Are there any more we can read?
Lyot O'Maleef, 1200 to 1256. She was a lady with strange habits, who as friends kept only rabbits. When time came her hunger due, her friends all wound up in her stew.
Okay,
The other
the
creatures,
rabbits.
also bunnies, found this not remotely funny, so their swift revenge they sought. The kitchen in her sleep they brought, heaved her into the large pot, which was, regretfully, much too hot.
Ooh, lovely.
Larman Odnarb, 1175 to 1200. Dear old Larman was a healer, cured many a deadly fever. One he caught that bitter day, healed not himself and passed away.
Unfortunate.
Roust Odide, 943 to 1011. As I landed on my head, I said I should have stayed in bed instead. Here lies the Odnarb family. Evidently, they were well respected to have their own area.
Okay.
Here lies
Alright. What's this one?
Bridget O. Troublewater, 1248 to 1299. During the annual house inspection, she spied a mirror and its reflection. For days she lovingly gazed at it, unable to sleep or eat or sit. With the last of her earthly power, there she remained till her final hour.
Alright. What about these?
La Fleur Povence, 905 to 987. The power brought unto this world is as unholy as this sage. Doomed are those that have descended from the blood of a first mage. Hamish Bite, 1226 to 1258. Besides religious connotation, reverence paid daily as we should, it is a tradesman's irony that a carpenter was killed upon the wood. Coco Airboul, 1205 to
These names,
1252. The writer wrote until he bled. In his final agony he said, I will not lift my trusty pen till I at last have reached the end.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should have stopped before you reached your end, but just a thought.
Coco Airboul.
Oh, that's the one we just did?
This is the church cemetery. Given how many souls have been laid to rest over the many years, you imagine this place has seen its share of sorrow.
All right, I don't want to go in there, but I think I'm going to have to.
It is likely that only the most devout believers have been buried in there.
Oh, in we go. Oh, maybe.
You have about as much an inkling to enter the crypt as a fish has to walk.
Okay, well, at least Graham has some sense, because I was thinking the same thing. Well, maybe, I don't know, can we go this way? I guess we'll go back in the church then. And can we go through here? Didn't it say it was an archway? I don't know. I don't want to go back out. What can we do? Maybe we somehow need to talk to him? But we can't interrupt his prayers, right?
The monk is in deep prayer and does not respond to your words.
What if we read this to him?
The monk is a man of simple needs. He will not accept anything you offer him.
I just don't know what we're supposed to do here. Maybe nothing for right now? I don't know. You know, we could go check Granny's house. What I assume to be Granny's house. Maybe there'll be something there. The light's on. Maybe we can see through now.
You can see light in the window. Somebody might be home.
Mm-hmm.
You get a good feeling about this place.
Okay, well that's encouraging.
You can see light.
All right, let's try knocking. Hello? It's Granny!
Oh, sir, have you seen my little granddaughter? She ventured to the town to buy food for me, but has not yet returned. I fear she may be in peril. The forest is not safe at night.
We helped her earlier, right? Wait, did we just get kicked out? Did she just kick us out? Wait, what?
Perhaps you should try locating the elderly woman's granddaughter before venturing back into the house.
Okay, so we need to find Red Riding Hood again then, I suppose? Yeah, she's not here. So, obviously, not at town. Safe to say. Is this a path that... No, can you go off the path there? I don't think you can. Alright, we could try going south, perhaps, and looking around for her. Is there someone here? There's a fire going on.
You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment, but get no response.
But I clearly see this.
Smoke rises from the chimney.
Can I go in anyways, maybe? Let's try saving it. Anyone?
You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment, but get no response.
Well, can we just go in? I guess not. I don't know. Where are we even trying to walk to? Alright. I'm not seeing her anywhere. I'm not sure where we will find her. Maybe there's something we need to do first. Like, maybe there's something at the church we need to get. Now, we haven't checked here. Where did she get waylaid, I wonder? I keep wondering what there is to do with the church. Let's give it another look in case we've missed something.
Finding the door unlocked and unbarred, you enter the church.
All right. Can we come over here and wait for him?
Feeling
Oh.
humbled, you kneel down to pray. You rise again after a few moments.
Will he be done praying now?
The monk stirs, stands, and turns to face you.
Okay, okay. Now we can talk to him?
Father, I go now to a place of darkness. While I am stout of heart, the path laid down before me is unclear. I seek only the knowledge that my passage be illuminated by heavenly favor, and a prayer that I may make it through.
The monk gives you a reassuring smile and pats you on the shoulder. He then lifts a silver cross from around his neck and places it in your hands.
That's
Thank
going to be good against
You
vampires.
are welcome, my child.
You can talk?
Of course.
I thought monks were forbidden from speaking.
Not all churches follow the same rules, and this church is quite unique.
Really? How so?
The monk just smiles placidly at you.
What? You gonna say anything else?
About this crucifix.
I believe you will find the cross to be of immense value. It has come to us at a huge price.
It was expensive?
I mean that it has cost us more than any value to be in possession of it.
If I may ask, why is it that you only open the church at dusk?
We find the late hours more favorable.
For
Well, surely
what?
then you would not have many in your congregation.
Yes, that is true.
Okay.
What do you know of the Count?
Only that he is a heathen, a blasphemer. You serve God well by going there, my child. Bless you.
The monk smiles at you, turns back to the altar, kneels, and resumes his prayers.
Okay. Well, we got a crucifix at least. Maybe that's something. Maybe we can use it on these guys somehow. Okay, so we gotta find Little Red Riding Hood. Where is she?
Without warning, a pair of wolves dart out of the dark forest and dash towards you.
Uh-oh. I can't. Wait, what? They just...
For a minute there, you thought those wolves were going to attack. Curious as to why they didn't, you decide to follow them.
Yeah, why didn't they attack? Wait, what?
You see the monk standing alone outside the church. Then you notice the two wolves approaching him.
Is it a werewolf church?
You are about to yell a warning to the monk, but the words die in your throat as the man steps forward and pats the wolves' heads.
No, my brothers. We must not hurt him. Not yet.
Not
He will
yet.
go to the heathen's abode. He will do what needs to be done. What if he does not? Then, my brothers, we will complete the task before us, the one we began many years ago.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna turn into a wolf? It is a werewolf. Oh, man.
You quickly move away from the church, your heart racing faster with every step. You have a good idea now what will happen once the moon comes out in full, and you do not want to be anywhere near here when it does.
Agreed? 100%?
One thing's for sure, you're not getting married in that church.
Yeah, that seems to be a good idea. Alright. So let's go ahead and save that. And then we need to find Little Red.
You hear the sound of a child sobbing nearby.
Oh. Is she in the
This
log?
large fallen log is all that remains of a once grand tree. If you speak in the middle of a forest and there's nobody there to hear you, does that mean you didn't say anything?
But I'm trying to call to her, you silly goober. Where is she? Oh, okay.
As you approach, you recognize the child. It is Possum, the little girl you helped earlier today.
Are you okay?
Are you all right? What happened?
I went into town to buy some chicken soup for my grandma. I always try to reach home before dark, but this eve I lost my way and was attacked.
Attacked? A wolf attacked you?
No, not by a wolf, a dwarf.
A dwarf?
For a moment, you're not sure that you heard correctly.
The same one that tried to
A
trap
dwarf,
us?
did you say?
Uh-huh. He jumped out at me, took my food, and then ran away.
Listen, I'm going to try to find this dwarf that you say stole your food. You get back to your grandma, understand?
Possum nods, says a soft thank you, and heads back home.
Is the dwarf the one that's in that tree house? Because he was near here. I kind of bet he was. Let's see. I bet this is his house.
You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment, but get no response.
Can we just walk in? No, we've tried this before. What?
It is too narrow to climb into, even if you could reach it, which you can't.
Can we get to this somehow? Oh, wait, what?
You watch as a little man runs out
It
of the door,
is
which has
the
been
dwarf's
built into a
house.
tree. You surmise that you have found the culprit's home. The vague aroma of chicken soup confirms it. That fiend.
Indeed. Oh, he left the door open. How convenient. Now we can go in.
Finding the door ajar, you cautiously open it and step inside the tree.
I kind of think we should save it. Let's call this dwarf. Okay, we're going down the ladder. This is quite an extensive little house here. We have a dagger.
That's not a knife. The knife you found under a rock one time? Now that was a knife.
Alright, can we take the soup?
You grab the handle of the bubbling pot of chicken soup. You take it with you.
Alright, so let's save it again. And then look around.
A heavy-looking pot rests precariously on the edge of the shelf.
Can we knock it down?
You do not need the heavy pot.
What do we got?
You notice the shelf is located quite high up on the wall for such a small dwarf. Then you see the barrel on the table, and things start to make sense. The dwarf must climb on it whenever he needs access to the shelf. Moving the barrel would not be wise. Somebody might know that you are here.
Can we climb up on it?
You hear the sound of the door creaking, followed by someone descending the ladder in the next room.
Uh-oh. Can we hide?
Due to the lit fireplace, prominently positioned,
We're gonna die. I knew that was gonna
snooping
happen.
around someone else's house usually has a negative consequence. Did you learn nothing from your experience with that witch last year?
Apparently not. Maybe we might have to take a few
The stocking hats of the dwarf are sitting on the table. You
times
notice
at
the
this.
shelf is located.
Okay, what
An
about
old
this?
trunk rests in the corner of this hovel.
Okay, can I take
Those
the hats?
hats wouldn't fit you, fortunately.
What's in the chest?
Upon opening the trunk, you find a number of items that the dwarf has obviously stolen and stashed away. Among them are some gold coins. They display the distinctive face of the first king. They could only have come from the magic chest of Daventry.
Okay. Let's see. Let's call it Dwarf 2. What else?
This contraption looks like some sort of oven. It seems to draw heat from the fire, trapping it so that raw meat may be cooked at a much higher temperature.
Alright. Well, I guess that's about it. I couldn't really take anything else. Hopefully that's all we need. We've got a couple of saves here if we need them, so should be okay. So now we should be able to...
The door is already...
Hopefully we can just go to Grandma's house now and give her the soup. And it will be okay,
You
hopefully.
hear the latch fall into place again as the door closes behind you.
Alright. We're at least out, so that's progress. Alright. Let's head on down and see if Granny will talk to us now. And maybe? Maybe? Okay.
Welcome. Come in, please. Possum told me to expect you.
Okay, we've got the soup, right? So this...
The pot contains chicken soup. However, it has gone cold in the night air.
Oh, maybe can we heat it up on your fire and then give it to you? Because it doesn't look like you can really get out of bed.
Place the now cold chicken soup over the crackling fire once more. After it heats up to eating temperature, you remove it again.
Okay, now does she want it? Let's see.
You offer the soup to Possum's grandma, introduce yourself, and wait courteously while the frail elderly lady eats the nourishing meal. When she is finished, she sets the empty bowl down elsewhere and turns her attention towards you.
Hello?
If you would like to speak with me for a while, I would welcome your company. A person should never turn away a visitor, especially when she reaches the twilight of her life.
You can't
Okay.
help but feel a sense of finality in the old woman's words.
You must have something in return for your kindness. You do not need to risk your safety for an old, worn-out woman like myself. Look under the bed. You should find something to keep you a little warmer on a cold night like this.
Oh, okay. What do we got? Like it's gonna be like a blanket or a sweater or something?
You peer under the bed and find a
Ring?
thick black cloak. Lying atop it is a beautiful ruby-encrusted ring. You pick both up with reverence.
Okay.
I could not possibly take these fine things from you.
Oh, please. I want you to have them. Nights in Kolima are cold, believe me. As for the ring, well, perhaps it is better that I do not have it to remind me.
As you wish.
Remind you of what?
The elderly lady gave that to you for helping her. She does not want it back.
Well, remember what?
You have a charming young granddaughter.
Grandma smiles at you graciously.
She is a treasure to me. I would do anything to ensure that no harm comes to her.
If I may inquire, what became of her parents?
Grandma frowns, and her eyes darken for a moment before she forces a melancholy smile to her face.
They were lost to us many years ago. I am afraid dear Possum never really knew her parents.
It must have been a daunting task raising a child by yourself, especially at your age.
Especially because
At
you're
my
so
age,
old.
I am certainly not as young as I used to be, and there is no shame in that. I have
Nice
tried
slip
to
of the
raise
tongue there,
her
Graham.
as best I could to keep her safe and well. However, I fear that as of late the reverse has become truer.
Okay, what else?
If you please, I was hoping you might tell me of the cloak and ring's origin.
The old woman closes her eyes as if the memory she seeks is painful to her senses.
They were my husband's. He was a proud man, the last of his line. His family had been rich, a great deal of old money, you might say. They lived in that castle you might have seen to the north. Its location upon that island is evidence of how much they valued their privacy.
The one through
He
the
was
swamp?
a good man, my husband. He took care of me. Certainly he had his strange habits. Most men do, if you would pardon me for saying so. I suspect that he practiced magic, so I could never catch him in the act. He would frequently journey afar, taking that black cloak with him wherever he went, to places he would not talk about.
Is it a
He
magic
said
cloak?
that it represented something important to a certain group of people, and that I was never to mention it to anyone. But he was always there for me, always, until that fateful night. We had been married just over a year, and I was heavy with child. We were both out walking in the weirwood forest late one night. The air was warm, and in our youth we paid little attention to the world and its many dangers. Besides, there was a full moon. We could see clearly enough. A shadow passed over us. We looked up, thinking it might have been a stray cloud. It was not. Descending upon us like a demon was the largest, most hideous bat I had ever seen.
Is it the count?
Its fangs were bared, and it dove straight for me. I must have screamed. My husband flung himself in front of me to protect me. He swung his arms about frantically in hopes of warding the horrid thing away. Perhaps he was trying to cast a spell, but could not recall how in his panic. It paid him no heed and would not be deterred. It swooped again and again, relentlessly.
Goodness.
At one point,
bit
my
him.
husband's hand must have clipped the bat's wing because it lost control and crashed into his shoulder. He tried to wrest the foul creature away, but then he shrieked suddenly. The horrid thing had bitten him.
Oh boy.
He never did recover from that incident. He just faded with each passing hour. Within 2 days of the attack, my husband had died. We buried him on his family's plantation.
Did he really
on
die?
the island.
Did he really die?
Sometimes when I sleep, I can feel him watching over me, guarding me, protecting me. I think he is waiting for my time to come so we can be together always.
The old lady seems to be dozing off. You can barely hear her final words.
I miss him so.
Telling the story has clearly taken a great deal out of her. You watch the old woman a moment and notice her labored breathing as she sleeps. Despite the little girl's tireless daily efforts, perhaps there's nothing more to be done.
Okay, so maybe, I guess we just head out now? I
The
suppose
little
she's
girl
sleeping.
is sound asleep.
We don't want to
Do
wake
not
Possum
her.
up. Alright. And she's asleep now too, right? Alright, well, who is this?
It is a portrait of a young man. He looks somewhat familiar. The painting on the wall looks like an artist's depiction of the Kalima landscape. You wonder who painted this.
Maybe this is it. Maybe that's all we need. Meanwhile?
Sister
Meanwhile?
Agatha, my dear, tell me you have good news.
The king has arrived in Kalima, father.
That is not what I meant.
Yes. Well, he appears to be quite resourceful. It seems his reputation was not totally exaggerated.
He's still alive?
He's not happy about that.
That will change soon, I think. The king has discovered that one of the gems he seeks is in the possession of a colleague of ours. Do you remember? Kaldor.
Yes. Is he still trustworthy?
Totally. Still sharp, and there's no questioning his loyalty. My humblest apologies, father, but would it not have been simpler for you to have dealt with Graham personally?
Fool! Imagine the ensuing chaos where Daventry's king murdered in his own land. How then would I be able to search for the item?
I see.
Failure is
The
not
item?
an option.
Understood, father.
Keep me informed. preferably of good King Graham's death.
I mean, good luck with that. Crazy. Huh. So let's check out this cloak and stuff we've got.
The black cloak would fit a taller man than you.
Can we, like, put it on? She wanted us to wear it, right?
With a flourish, you fling the black cloak around your neck and fasten it.
Okay. What about... That's cool. What about the ring? Can we put the ring on? What's with the ring?
The ring is gold with an enormous red ruby. The word beloved is engraved inside the gold band.
Can we put that on?
You are now wearing the beautiful ruby ring.
Okay. What else can we put on? Can we put anything else on? Can we put this on? This cross?
You place the silver cross and chain around your neck and wear it as a necklace.
Okay. Can we wear this one? I mean, surely we don't wear two necklaces.
Dangling the opal in front of your own face, you soon find yourself mesmerized by its multitude of glittering
so we can't
colors.
wear that one.
You manage to snap yourself out of it and put the necklace away.
All right. So we can't. We wore 3 of the things. The other things we don't have pierced ears. We can't wear that. Okay. Well, I think. Look how dashing we look. We should be able to keep nice and toasty warm in this, right? It's going to be all kinds of interesting. Are we going to be able to go through the swamp? Is that what this cloak is for? I mean, it said he would go to all kinds of places, right? Let's go to the swamp and see if we're able... Can I, like, go north? Alright, let's go this way. Alright, so obviously we're going to save. Swamp. Alright. Let's see what happens. If we walk in it. Yeah, we just die.
You feel the poisonous waters seeping into your skin. Its potency takes effect immediately, and you perish within seconds.
Okay, so that obviously was not going to protect us. So what's it supposed to protect us from? What all do we got? We still got... We're wearing this. We're wearing this.
These coins each have the distinctive face of the first king. They could only have come from the magic chest of Daventry.
Okay. We got the sugar cube. We got
read
this.
the
What does
Bible
this say
page
again? Something about spiders?
Spiders earnest with spindly 8, spin webs with negligible weight. You
Does
read
that
the
somehow...
Bible page again. Spiders earnest with spindly 8, spin webs with negligible weight.
Is that like somehow all the letters are capitalized, right?
You read
so,
spiders earnest with spindly 8, spin webs with negligible weight.
So can we like get at the edge somehow? Okay, so where are we? This is new, right? I think. Are we gonna get into... Okay. Okay. Wait a second.
This item cannot...
No. Let me look at this again.
You read the Bible. Spiders earnest with spindly 8, spin webs with negligible weight.
Okay, what if the reason it's capitalized, so we went south and then east. This looks like a maze. West? I don't know. Let's see, because it's all cardinal directions.
You read the Bible. Spiders earnest
So,
with spindly 8,
southeast,
spin
south.
webs with negligible...
Okay, let's try that. So south, east, south, and then 2 wests. We'll see. I could be completely imagining this, but we'll see. Can I even go west from here? Okay, I guess so. Alright, what's the next direction, supposedly? Oops, let's see.
You read the spider's earnest with spindly
northwest. Alright, so we're almost done if this is right. Let's see. Everything looks the same, so I'm not sure. Maybe we already messed up. Is this still the same thing, or is that something
From
different?
here, you cannot make out much detail. However, it is unquestionably a castle.
Okay, so maybe that we did it? Oh, do we have to give him coins?
The shrouded ghoul looks very frightening. His hands are little more than claws, and his face is nearly completely hidden inside the hood of the shroud. He is standing in a small boat.
He looks like he's piloting the river of the dead. Let's go ahead and save this ferryman. Let's talk to him.
Boatman, I need passage. I said.
I heard.
Oh yeah, you're definitely dead.
The ghoul's voice chills you to the bone. It speaks with a deep, resonating bitterness. You cannot make out a great deal of its face, but what you can see has the hairs on the back of your neck standing on end.
Yeah, I can
In
see why.
life, I would row this boat for the master. Long
Okay.
ago was my untimely death in these waters, but still, I remember many things.
Like what?
Laughter,
Okay.
tears, joy,
Okay.
pain.
Okay, that doesn't help me at all.
May I cross, Sir Boatman?
You have come to raid the master's
Is
house.
he gonna kill us now?
This I know, but care not about.
Okay.
You should be warned, though. The master is not what he once was.
What was he and what is he
Never
now?
Has this land known a kinder, more
Oh, so
compassionate,
this is gonna be the count
and
then.
nobler ruler than he?
But now he's not
But
that.
his fate has long since been decided. Down a dark path he now treads, and he feels naught for anyone nor anything save for one other. And even that is a rare trait for a Nosferatu.
He is a vampire. I
You
knew it.
freeze. Neither the Door of Destiny nor Neptune mention this count as being undead.
I mean, I said there was vampires as soon as I saw the churches open at midnight, but you know.
If I may ask, Sir Boatman, how did the swamp come to be here? Is it natural?
No. I'm gonna go with no.
The ground you stand upon was once farming land and dwellings for the peasantry.
But
How did it come to be like this?
A score of years passed after the master died, and a great morass opened up, covering the surrounding land with slime and poisoned water. Once rich and fertile, now it is no longer.
okay.
The Count has caused this?
From
It
his-
is believed so, for why else would his own castle be spared?
Thank you, Sir Boatman.
So
The boatman has nothing more to say.
okay. Well, let's save it. Is this like Greek mythology where we need to give you the coins to pass?
The boatman accepts your payment and motions for you to climb into the boat.
All right. So there we go.
The shrouded ghoul paddles across the toxic lake to the shore on the other side.
At least we didn't have to try and swim it. Oh man. So we got the castle ahead of us. Oh man. Oh man.
Out.
Oh. Really?
You feel a heavy coldness run through your entire body. Soon you are unable to stand. Finally, even your eyes become too heavy to keep open, and they close for the last time.
What did he even say?
Ouch! You feel the sharp brambles graze your skin. Your vision blurs and you begin to feel lightheaded.
Okay.
You feel a heavy coldness run through your
It's one
entire
of these.
body.
I'm gonna have to like be super careful, right? Like incredibly careful here. How?
Ouch! You feel the
Really? Oh man. Alright. Oh, we finally did it. Save?
The ghosts waver, as if being threatened by even the slightest breeze, yet something holds them in place. It may be nothing more than an intensely strong determination or sense of purpose that keeps the spirits anchored to this world.
Hello?
When you speak to the ghosts, they utter a mournful wail.
If I walk, they're gonna kill me, aren't they? Huh.
When you speak to the ghosts, they utter a mournful wail.
Do we have anything in our inventory that would help? We have the cross. Can I would I throw the cloak over me? What? Okay. We saved, so what happens if I walk
As
forward?
you approach the ghosts wearing the black cloak, they seem to notice you, and then begin to drift away towards the cemetery.
Oh, okay. Maybe if I wasn't wearing the black cloak, then they would have killed me?
As you reach to push the massive doors open, you realize there are no handles. The only thing visible is a small keyhole, which slightly resembles a cross.
Is that going to be the necklace?
Having an idea, you push the crucifix into the cross-shaped keyhole. It fits. You hear a click, and the door unlocks.
Okay.
You push the heavy wooden door open, take a deep breath, and step nervously inside the castle entrance.
Yeah, I'd be nervous too if I was about to enter a vampire's lair.
The moment you enter the great hall of the castle, you begin shivering uncontrollably, and not just from the cold. This place has an air of death wherever you go. As if creeping around this huge castle was not enough, knowing full well that an undead creature resides here would unnerve even the most stout-hearted of adventurers. You feel desperate to get what you came for, and anxious to leave as quickly as possible.
Oh boy. But you know what? Guess what's coming, guys? We're gonna do that in the next episode, because I don't know where it's gonna be, and I think we might die a lot in this castle. So, we will save that for next time. And we'll explore this castle and hopefully find the gem that we need. I don't know. I think that's what we're here to look for. But, yeah, if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheR27. I have my schedule posted in the About and in the description. And if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/TheR27. And I hope you join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye.